Hello guys, I'm very excited because today's video you will see my first ever test day in Formula 4. So I'll tell you all the costs, my emotions, my results. Let's go! The owner of the team told me that my goal is to be 5 seconds from the champion. So my teammate and my coach will be Marco, who is the current Formula 4 champion. He was a champion in 2019, and this team was also constructor champion of United States West Coast Formula 4 Championship. So if my lap time will be like 5 seconds from his lap time, it will consider it as a good result. So we'll see.
Car's balanced when the car is even in weight. So when we're off the gas and off the brake, then the car will be more balanced in weight, right? So that's why it's easiest to rotate the car. And then when you go back on the gas, the car's going to lean back. And so this is when you have good grip in the rear, so the rear shouldn't kick out, but now you might have a little bit of understeer. Or understeer. So understeer is when you turn and it goes straight, right? So if we get on the gas too early in the middle of the corner before we rotate the car, then we'll turn and it'll just go straight, right? We won't turn very well.
What I really want to focus on, no one ever, since we've been here, no one ever crashed your car. No one. Marco.
I was with the first.
This kid and our other driver, Marco's teammate last year, they blew up a motor because they were not paying attention, and they're responsible for it. You know, those are two brand new engine because they blew them up. Well, Vignesh and Alan. So, and you know, you will have to pay attention to everything you see on the steering wheel. That's my biggest worry. Crashing the car, everyone is a good enough driver. The walls here are far. There's really nothing to hit other than maybe other cars. But, you know, it's a very forgiving track here. But my worry is the engine.
The signature? Oh.
Yes.
Formula 4 car is 2.0 liter Honda engine. It's 160 horsepower and it's 570 kilograms of weight. Some of you will think, oh, it's very slow car, 160 horsepower. My Audi has like 300 horsepower, but it's a very fast car. Formula 4 car is way faster than Porsche 911 Turbo S, which has 580 horsepower, and it's way faster than other sports cars. Why? Because it's very light, and this car has aerodynamics. So the main thing in Formula cars is speed on the corners. For example, I can do like 200 kilometers in the corner when Porsche 911 will do like 130, 150 kilometers an hour. So yeah, it's very fast.
That's why here you have to keep slowing down, because the only way that you can get the car to rotate is to slow down at this point. And from this halfway point, we want to be going faster onto the straightaway. We don't want to wait to get on the straightaway right here, or we don't want to wait to start accelerating until here. That's not good. If this is the driving line, the car is actually a little bit like this. It's not that it's oversteering. It's just that's how, if you look at the car, we put a drone from above and go slow motion, you're going to see the car's just a little bit like this. Okay? That's how the car gets grip. Sure, morning came on, and he just, so you can click acknowledge. Either one of these will do the same thing. And it clears the warning, and then it comes up like 30 seconds later, and then you can clear it again. So
he did it?
that's what he did. He drove around the track with no oil pressure for about 3 laps, and he blew up the engine. The rod shot out the side of the car, and big puff of smoke and bad stuff. Okay, so warnings on here. Sometimes you will get warnings that are non-critical, like shifting, for example. Sometimes if there's a fault in the shifting system, it'll come up and it'll show there. Push up on this. So you pull out on that, and that is power on position. And from here you can just push it up, and that is ignition on. Okay. So when we come in the pits and we want to turn the engine off, you just go like that, and then the engine will turn off and the power of the car will stay on. When we want to turn the power off, you pull it back out, and then you put it down like that.
The power still will be?
The power's on, but the engine will turn off. The ignition is off. Okay. When we start the car, we want to be in the upper position right there. When the car starts, when you hear it fire up, then you let off the green button.
Yeah.
Okay. This red button is the fire extinguisher.
Okay, so this first session, we're going to take it easy. It's going to be really cold track, cold tires. Just learn the track, get up to speed. You ready?
Yeah, thank you,
Let's
buddy.
do it, man. make you a better driver. It'll make you faster, but a lap time today won't change anything in the long run. So work your way up to it. When you feel comfortable with it, go full.
And once again, what's with Marco? He off the track, or he has an issue with the gearbox?
Yeah, he's got gearbox issue. So what's our pressure now?
I'm coming back. I still don't feel that good, but I'm not gonna die.
Every session I aim to the best lap, and so that it's better to I need to, and that's why I was tired very fast, like in 4 or 5 laps, because I concentrate 100% every single lap to do the best lap. I was tired like in 5 laps. Now, last session when I decided to go further, because the guy told me that 10 laps is like, you won't do 10 laps because it's super hard. I decided, okay, I'll do more. And that's why I focused on the length, not on the fastest lap. And personally, I feel more progress because I have a lot of time on the car and I start feeling the car better. And my best lap time the same, like when I was aiming to do the best lap. But I did way more laps.
So I haven't really seen a driver be race winning capable in much less than 3 years of experience in motorsport. It's probably happened before, you do 1 or 2 years, but it's not something that's easy. And for you to be where you are right now, I think we're on track, but you can't expect to be where Marco is on your first day in an F4 car, because he's been doing this a really long time, and he eats, sleeps, and breathes racing. So that's a level you need to, you're comparing yourself to. So you'll get there one day, but it just takes time.
How much did I spend for Formula 4 tests? So I spent $8,500 for renting the car and the team. So team includes a mechanic, engineer, and the coach. And basically the car. I didn't buy the new tires. New tires cost $1,500, and I think for me, for at least for now, it's not necessary because I still have a lot of things to improve. The rent of the track is $1,500 for 2 days, so 1 day is $7,500. I spent $80 for the whole 2 nights in a hotel, which is pretty cheap because the track located in between San Francisco and Los Angeles in the middle of nowhere, so at least the hotel is cheap. And the food, I spent $50 for the food. So, and the total is $10,130. I did 82 laps in these 2 days because my physical conditions was very bad. I wasn't ready for Formula 4 car. You should expect, guys, so it's very physical. I did 6 years of boxing as in a very good competitive level. I can tell you that racing is very intense. It's maybe even more intense than boxing, or at the same level, so you should take it serious. So 82 laps, $10,130, which means that every single lap cost me $124. And considering my average lap time, it means that 1 second on the track cost me $1. Can you imagine? It's very, very expensive, but every single second worth it. It's amazing feelings. I for sure will remember it the whole life, and I can't wait to get back in the car. So my results: my best lap time was 1 minute 53.7 seconds, and I asked Marco to do a session because I want to compare myself to him. He didn't want to do it because he should pay like extra fees to sit in the car and go to the racetrack, and it was already like the end of the day and she was tired. He decided not to go to the track. He told me that in these conditions he thinks he wouldn't go faster than 1 minute 51 or 1 minute 52, which places me to 2 or 3 seconds gap between me and him, which is, I think, it's very, very, very huge gap for racing. But the Mark and the team owner and the engineer told me that they didn't expect me to drive so fast, and that they expect me to be in 5 seconds, and it still will be a very good result because it's my first time in the car.
I thought that we would be 7-8 seconds off at the end of 2 days. And I told you this at the beginning when we first contacted you. And we ended up yesterday at the end of the first day 7 seconds off. And now we're less than 5.
And Marco told me that his first time on the car was slower than this, and this helps me, this motivates me a lot. On average, I still like a little bit disappointed with myself, but probably it's not so bad. Yeah, the cool thing that I'm driving faster now, but now I understand where I can find even more time. So even if yesterday I was like 55, for example, and I can't understand where is the 5 more seconds, now I'm like 53, but I understand that, okay, I can be faster here, because probably I'm tired, I'm more relaxed, and I spend less energy, and I'm like, can understand more like, or maybe I just get used to the car. And so now I'm 54.7, but yeah, I see like a lot of mistakes that I make, like, okay, here can be faster, here can be faster.
Very good.
It's a good news, yeah. And last session was faster, but this session feels better in terms of like understanding. And what about like out of the box speed? Is it like okay? Is it good? Is it like how like?
Well, I was honest with you yesterday when I told you that your first session ever was the best first session we had seen.
Wow. What's the next steps? What should I do next? Of course, I'll do a second test, Formula 4 test, because I enjoyed it and I completely fell in love with the car. I'll also do Formula 3 test, and I'll also publish this on the video, and I also will post a video about it on the YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. But globally, what I think about the racing, I see the problem that if, even for example, Marco, he's a very talented young driver, he's 17 years old, and he just won the Formula 4 West Coast United States Championship, and he couldn't find the funding for Formula 3, which is nonsense because he's very fast. He obviously is the fastest on the West Coast. And yeah, that's a problem. Even if you're very young and talented, you still have to have at least a couple of $millions to go to the top and become world champion one day in Formula 2 or Formula 1. And of course, my dream, and I think that I release my potential if I'll become world champion racing category. It can be like Formula 1 or like Le Mans or whatever. But I want to become world champion one day. And in current situation, in nearest future for me is very problematic. So my solution for that, I don't give up, and I have to come up with a creative solution of this problem. And I think that solution is I want to just battle with different racers on different cars, but it should be the same cars, formula cars, rally cars, go-karting, touring cars. And I want to battle with different racers and figure out who is the best ultimate racing driver. So guys, if you're this driver, please let me know on my Instagram. My Instagram is Pistolyako. Text me the message Ultimate Racing Championship URC, so I make sure to read your message, and we will meet and hopefully meet and race. And it doesn't matter if you have money for go-karting only or for Mazda Miata or Formula 4. It doesn't matter. Let's race, let's build a community around it, and who knows, maybe one day we will have enough people to create our own world championship, new racing category, new sport, Ultimate Racing Championship. So let's dream, let's try to make it happen. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.